Hello, everybody. Ugh. Good afternoon. Or evening. Or morning. Depending on where you are in the world. Yes, I'm sorry I was late. I was trying to tidy up at the same time as get ready for the stream. And that's a bad idea, because that's too many things to do at once. How is it going? You guys happy? You vibing? I'm very well, James. How are you? Not now. There we go. 12:30 p.m. here. Homesick, and I want to paint my Deathwatch aggressors. But your Artis Opus stuff hasn't arrived yet. 2 days. Ugh. I do not care for those long, those long layovers. Myself and the bloody post office at the moment, man. Honestly, I got in trouble with my local Warhammer group. Big sad. Admin messaged me over the "that's what she said" comment I made on the guy's post. Oh, come on. That's not bad. It's a classic joke. It's classic comedy. Clearly, the admin is just not a fan of classic comedy. I ordered them in the first week of November. Ugh. Yuck. Look at that handsome mush. That's me, Paul. Hey. Oh, guys, I've had a day. I've had a hell of a day. And I can't tell you what I've been doing, but you'll find out soon enough. But I've had a hell of a day. It's been a long day. And it's now time for me to do what I want to do for a couple of hours. And I nearly didn't do this. Very, very nearly. I was like, I just have too much to do right now. But I decided that was a bad idea, and I need to do this. This has to be done. So, for my own sanity's sake. So we're doing it. I played with my camera settings, and as you can see, I no longer look like a ghost, which is nice. So people can stop telling me that I need to get out and get vitamin D because I look pale. I do need to do that, but it's not because I look pale. It's because the lights were blowing me out, I swear. I don't normally look as white as a sheet. Doing my own me time building a Royal Standard Bearer on Royal Pegasus. I just added 2 Royals there, but it can be multiple Royals. Afternoon, hope that everything is going well. Going to finish my Phoenix Hawk mech while watching. Love to hear it, Bloodline 83. Are people still waiting for the Old World box set pre-orders from GW? I am. I'm still waiting for a few bits from GW for some Old World stuff. I ordered some Snaky Boys and some Tomb Swarms, and they haven't turned up yet, which is sad. But yeah. Check it out, guys. Today, we have some Death Rattle Skeletons that I want to play with. And I want to paint as many of them as I possibly can. But I also need to figure out the scheme. And I haven't figured out what the scheme is yet. I don't know what I want to do on the clothes. I don't know what colour I want to use. So I was hoping you might be able to help me. I'm going to look up some pictures. But I just wonder what colour they do them. I bet they do them in black, yeah. Good evening, Lord Inquisitor Ignis. You can guess all you like, Alaric. They are indeed great, Mr. Gwatkin. As always, guys, please do leave a like on the stream, because it means more people will come and join us on Me Time Mondays. Purple cloth for sure. Hi, Josh and chat. The painting you do in these streams, will they become videos? They can. They certainly can become. Let's figure out the scheme, shall we? So you guys are saying to use red. And I like the idea of using a bit of red. But I'd like to use it on the inside of his cloak. Rather than on the outside. So let's start with that. Where are you? Flesh Terror's red. That's the one you're saying. Pink cloth. Yeah, no. But that's your thing, man. I can't steal that from you. Look at the Chaos Space Marine Chaos Cultists red. Okay, let me have a look at it. No, that's a shift button. Chaos Cultist. From this guy. Oh, it's that really dark red. Yeah, I know the one. Loved the Belial Swords effect. Oh yeah, well that video's out now. Okay, I'm going to start with some Flesh Terror's red and I'm going to apply it to the inside of his clothes. I mean, I've already done Death Rattle before with part of Cursed City. But I didn't want to do that again for my guys. Because I'm not making the Olfen watch, you see. Oop, we missed one little trail. What's the angle here? There. Like that. I quite like that. Missed this little corner just there. Oh, there we go. Good evening, Mark. It's going to do the same. Do the inside of the cloak the same colour as the shield on your Vampire Lord. What did I do on the Vampire Lord? Where are you? Where is she? Where is she? Just go. Like that. No worries, Lord Inquisitor Ignis. You can all speculate about Flesh Eater Courts to your heart's content. I will be saying nothing. All I will do is do this. And that's it. That's all you're getting from me. Cameron, I'm celebrating tonight. Just got accepted onto the Data Science Master's course that I wanted. Now got to quickly find student accommodation in Surrey that doesn't require me to lose a kidney for. Well, congratulations, Cameron. That's awesome. Do you get any advance notice of the stuff you get from GW? Does it just turn up? Yeah, no, I get advance notice. I get emailed. I get told it's coming. They don't just ambush you. Do you know what? I quite like the idea of doing Belial's cloth here. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to take some Dark Angel's green and I'm going to apply this over the top of the outside. Now for Belial I obviously thinned it down, but that's because his cloak is enormous. Whereas for these guys, because it's tiny, we can just go straight in there from the pot. Like that, you see. I think because of the amount of mistakes I'm making here, we're probably going to go for black leather. Just for the sake of speed. Is that clothing? Just here? Looks like it. There's a little bit more just there. Like that sort of thing. Ooh. Missed a little bit. Oh, this is all over White Scar, by the way. Oh, Cameron. Cameron. That is so exceptionally kind of you. Thank you. Cameron, honestly, you're celebrating. That's awesome. I'm very glad for you. That's incredibly generous of you, and I very much appreciate that. You're the first donee for the camera fund. Hey, quick question. How do you get your black contrast paint to cover so smoothly in one go? When I use mine, I need to use multiple coats. I go back to the pot frequently and often for mine. So like I keep a sufficient amount on... I keep a good topped up amount on my brush at any one time. God, I'm just missing bits all over the shop here. Let me just make some quick corrections. Are you talking about Black Templar or about Black Legion? Because they both act very differently. It's just an investment for all our futures. Yeah. The camera I'm settling on is, I mean, the total for it isn't 1500. I'm putting in a load, of course, as well. But I'm settling on a couple of lenses as well. So yeah, just we'll get there. We'll get there in the end. But I'm looking at either the, as you guys recommended, the A7C or the 6700 from Sony, but to get like a couple of dope ass lenses with that. Yeah, mini painting dad. I want to basically what I want to do is I want to change this camera here. Because this is my phone. I use my phone for all the tutorials up until this point. We've used a phone, right? I want to change this camera here because one of the things people ask for is to be able to get much closer when I'm doing tiny details. So like doing like eyes and stuff. And I can't really do it on the iPhone because when you zoom in with an iPhone, you get a digital zoom, which means you lose quality. So look, if I do this, you'll see that it gets all. So you see how it starts to sort of spackle and artifact around the edges of details. So if I put a model here, see how it's just like not in focus at all. So I have to put the camera further away. I would like to be able to get the tutorials looking good this far away. So I need to upgrade the camera. Now, for now, it's absolutely fine continuing to film stuff the way I have, but I really want to be able to get right up close and personal so you guys can see things really, really, really well for those like tiny detail works. So obviously we don't want that digital zoom. So like from that distance, look, it looks great. It looks absolutely fantastic. So when you're painting a model like this, it looks fine. But where we want to be is like right up close. Oh, mini painting dad, thank you. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Would you ever consider uploading with 4K as an option with new gear? Watch most of your stuff on my 74 OLED. 75 OLED and 4K would look insane. Yeah, so I film in 4K but edit it down to 1080. Ideally, you would want to go 4K down to 1440 so it fits most monitors. But also you just want to get close. We can look at doing 4K, but 4K is like serious data transfer that we're looking at. The other thing as well is what would make it look really great is if YouTube had HDR support for everything, which they don't. But then you can actually blow out your miniatures with HDR because HDR can overcorrect paint colors. And I've tested it and it's like, whoa, these paints look so much better than they actually do, which isn't correct. So you know, it is what it is. Warhipster, is Leviathan Blue hard to control without the right brush? Leviathan Blue is a bastard anyway. It's not a very nice paint because it's got so much dark pigment in. What's really what you can do is the magic ratio I've found is 4 brush loads of your paint plus 1 of Lamy and medium, and that will smooth out paints like Dark Angel's Green, Leviathan Blue, Shage Purple. It really helps them move. That can help, and that, you know, brush can help, but that is the biggest help you're going to get from that. I've looked into filming some things and come across the same problem. Doesn't help watching it on the 55-inch 4K either. I just need to film. I can improve the quality later. Yeah, so we've downstairs. We've got a 48-inch 4K telly, and my tutorials look absolutely fine on it. I can edit 4K footage. That's not a problem. I've got the power because I've got an M1 studio, so I can edit it no problem because I film. This is filming in. When I film my tutorials, I film in 4K. Problem is, like I said, is once you start to zoom and blow up that footage, you get digital zooming, and I don't want that. So I'm trying to avoid that. Hey, Chris Bailey. You painted 52 minis in 29 days? How? That's insane. Well, I paint all day, Silver Cloud. It's my job. I'm gonna lose my job. Right, that Dark Angel's Green looks like it is drying. So, what we then do is we take Pterodon Turquoise and we put that over the top. And I really like this colour, having done it on Belial, and I want to use it all the time. And I feel like that's a spooky enough sort of colour for these guys. See what I mean? If I show you back here, because I can then highlight this with Cabalite Green and it'll look awesome. It's basically, I think, the closest I've ever gotten to Incubi Darkness, I think. Where it falls down a little bit is if you miss areas. You then get that really bright Pterodon turquoise. Mark, that's very kind. Thank you very much for the 10. Which colour is that, dear green? It's Dark Angel's green followed by Pterodon turquoise. Yeah, no, it's not just you. It's not just you. It is an annoying camera. Colour. Joe just shared a TikTok to the chat which claims COD Season 3 will have Warhammer content. Yeah, no, apparently that is a thing. There is a crossover that's going to be happening with Call of Duty. Now, if this is true, that is huge for Warhammer. That is enormous. Thank you very much, Mark. Right, we need Black Templar next. And a small layer brush. Not Black Templar. Black Legion. There we go. Like so. Then we got the cross belts on the back. Look at how cross those belts are. We've got a little bit more down here. Got another one just in here. And we've probably got them on the arms as well. Almost certainly. Yeah, look, there's one there. And we've got one here as well. And there's a little one. A little strappage. Just in there on the shield. Bosh. Lewis, thank you very much for upgrading your membership to Warhipster. Warhammer COD. Yes, Squat King Gaming. Apparently there is going to be a collaboration. It's what the internet is currently telling us. Okay. The big question here is, what do we do with a drunken sailor? I need to open this image in a new tab so I can look at it really close and see what they do. So he is a man. Okay, so that's not actually metal, that is actually just all leather on the sheath. Okay, I'm into it. So we just do this whole thing with Black Legion. Boom. Okay, big question. What colour will my bones be? Bone? Good evening, David. Did you get Usharan yet? I can't tell you, Vicious Goose. Alex, can't wait for Usharan. I plan on taking a bunch of spare Vindictor spears and sticking them out of his back to make it look like he just won't die. That's about right for him. I also can't wait for Usharan, because he's a gorgeous model. Foul tarnished, smouldering with thy meager flame. Put these foolish ambitions to rest. He literally looks like Margit the Fell Omen. Foul tarnished. Just dropped my skeleton horde. Good thing that wasn't an open paint. Mini Painting Dad, thank you for upgrading your membership to Warhipster. That is incredibly kind of you. Thank you. I'm going to go for just skeleton horde because it just seems like the most obvious. I was thinking for a minute there we could go for Agrax, but, you know. Simplicity is the aim of the game here. Did I say that I primed these in White Scar? I'm not sure as if I did. Well, for those of you who were wondering, these have all been primed in White Scar. Oh, we got a bone right in here. Nice bone. Where'd you get it? The bone store. There we go. That's looking pretty good. I think that's all the bones. So now it's just a case of... Didn't you do a vid on these guys? I did, yeah. I didn't want to do Ulfen Khan, the Ulfen Watch. So I wanted him to be more closely to sort of my own thing. Iron Warriors. Gotta love it. Literally my favourite paint. My favourite metallic that Games Workshop makes. What have I done with mine? There it is. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use Iron Warriors for all of my kind of armour and silver. I'm also going to use it over the shield facings because I want them to just be metal shields. But for like the scale mail and stuff like that, I'm going to use Castellax Bronze because I really like that combination. Alright, there's a bit of armour here. There we go. And the thing to always remember with these guys is that you do have the inside edges of the armour as well. Maybe a small layer brush would have been a better idea here. Oh well, it's too late now. It's literally not, I can swap. They really are exceptional skeletons, aren't they? I think I've missed the front of that one. Oh yeah, absolutely have. Oh. You know that feeling when you just get an overly itchy eye all of a sudden? Does that look like a... Can't tell if this is meant to be... I'm just going to do it as metal. Doesn't matter. It's a skeleton. There we go. What's next? Oh, isn't the other leg? That helps. Get both the legs. Gotta get the angle for the front. Marvellous. Now, all that remains is the helmet. Like so. And then we're also going to do the shield. But that should theoretically be the easiest part to do. And then we can have a quick rest and I can read the chat. You guys are being wonderful and chatting away, helping each other, asking me some questions. I've seen one, which I will get to in just a second. Bosh. Oh wait, we've got his bracer on the inside. We haven't done that yet. That's bad form, Josh. And we're gonna do the inside of the shield anyway. That's a suboptimal angle. There we go. So now what we need to do, wait, I don't know what I'm doing there, is I need to just quickly grab a little bit of skeleton horde and just pop this on the rest of that leg there, like that. I should probably grab a little bit of Black Legion as well and just get that inside edge just there. Like that. I think we've got it all. Yeah, looks like it. There's a little bit behind the hand. There we go. Right. Once they announce pre-order, can't you talk about it? So disclosure dates are different for everything. Games Workshop generally gives me a disclosure date from which I can talk about stuff, if I've got it. I can also talk about stuff that... I can also talk about information that they themselves have revealed. So what I can say to you is Usharan is on pre-order next week. I don't have any details on the price though for him. What does everyone think of the Kroot/Arch Knight event minis that were just been revealed? The Arch Knight is gorgeous beyond belief. I love it. That one's also very Elden Ring. I want to get him. I want to get the Arch Knight and put him next to Usharan, and then just make endless reels of me going foul tarnished. I want to create the bridge into Stormvale Castle and have them fight on it. That's what I want to do. There was a question here about, have you used Dirty Down Rust? I was wondering if it always needs matte varnish or I'm doing something wrong to make it so satin. No, I've never used it. As far as I know about it, you have to just kind of trust the process, let it really dry out, and then matte varnish it down. It's generally why I don't like things like that, because it's just like, it's supposed to be a really good tool for adding a certain amount of adding a certain thing to it. But I've discovered in my time that if you use a bit of Typhus Corrosion and then dry brush that with Scrag Brown, you get rust, and it's 2 steps and you're done. Just watch your MH update scheme. Oh, mental health update scheme stream. Wanted to express my gratitude to you as a channel. I love your stuff and you've rekindled my love of painting in my shame pile. Thanks for you. Oh, you're welcome, Joe. Thank you for enjoying the mental health stream. We will do more of those. I often said I was going to do one a month. I don't even know if I need to do one a month, but we will do more of those because it's really important that we continue to talk about it. And I stopped talking about it towards the tail end of last year. Also, you guys have gone past 50 likes. You guys are awesome. Can we get 14 more to get the magic number? Moonbreakers. Have you seen a game on Steam called Moonbreakers? It's a tabletop mini strategy game, but you can paint your models digitally. It's a really intuitive system with deep painting mechanics. That sounds sick. No, I haven't heard about that. It's made by Subnautica. Oh, it's definitely well, that should be a mark of quality because Subnautica is awesome. What would you like the Lord of the Rings supplement to be? Any hopes or guesses? That's a good question. What needs looking at, really? I mean, we had the battles in Gondor, didn't we? That's already been a thing. Burning of the Westfold? That's probably already been a thing. Can the next supplement just be called Where Was Gondor? And then it's just a collection of battles that Gondor wasn't in. Hello, Jungle Camper. Yo, love your tutorials, man. Any plans for a Mutilith? Yeah, I do have one to do for Adam. Laura. Hello, Laura. Found with Dirty Down, the temperature makes a big difference. Both the paint and the model should be warm. Then it's magic. There you go. Get a hairdryer, heat up your model, and make sure you store it in a warm, dry place. Ah! Just caught my finger on the light fitting. Oh, that was more painful than it should have been. Castellax bronze. Oh, we've gone proper corporate with the playlist today. I love Castellax Bronze. I think this is such a lovely colour. Just look at it. It's like, I really like Tinny Tin from Vallejo. Oh my god, like that colour, man. I was just looking at it and I was like, oh, you're just divine. I love you. Be my favourite colour. Then it said no. So I don't want to be your favourite colour, bro. So that's mean, but I understand. There's far more attractive painters out there. He's like, yeah, man, it's just you're not really my type, you know, you're more of a Citadel guy, and I just need someone who can commit. And I was like, yeah, it's fine, it's cool. I'm also going to do the trim on the shield, that's what I'm going to do. With Castellax Bronze. If we get time, I'll show you how I like to do rust. This is going to be a little bit tricky with a medium layer, but we're just going to tackle it. Just turn the model sideways and just go for it. Got a bit of an overspill there, but I think that's actually okay. I'm not against it. There we go. Keep going to turn off the camera. If you had to make a Blood Bowl team to paint or play, who would you choose? Oh, the Amazons. Absolutely, I've got the Amazons to do. Good evening, Stoogie. Are there any paints you are missing from the Citadel line? Yeah, there's a couple. So I don't have Skarsnik Green, for example. Do I still have Tuskor Fur? Yes, I do. Do I? Yeah. Yeah, there's quite a few I'm missing, actually. I would be able to go through of... but it's all on the phone. I use the Citadel Paint app as my inventory list for everything I've got. So yeah, there's a few that I'm missing. Just because I haven't found a use for them yet. But when I do then need them, I then buy them. Bugman's Glow is quite popular as a skin base coat. Yeah. I am painting some skelly bums. Screaming Bell is a lovely copper. It is a lovely, lovely paint. Hashut copper is lovely as well. So is Fulgurite. Skullcrusher Brass is also very nice. I love Castellax Bronze. I just love it so much. Look at it. It's gorgeous. So the thing to do here will be to add just a little bit of a second layer of Iron Warriors just there on the chest plate, because I think that wasn't quite... It's not quite shiny enough for my taste. I've still got some Iron Warriors things down. Add it on the sword as well. Yeah, there's a reason they say 2 thin coats. I suspect that this is user error and I thinned it down too much. It's only really important on those bits, just to make it, yeah, like that, see? I've not used thrash metal. Hey, Philip G. My sister got me Thraka for my birthday, but I'm not nearly talented enough to do that yet. Ah. Hey, 69 likes. You guys. Love you. I mix Bugman's Glow and Doombull Brown to paint the stony bits on my Martiany base. For my Mephrit Necrons, what would the actual colour be? What's the mix you do? Is it like 1 to 1? Something like that? Oh, now we're on 71. You guys. Thank you. Can we break 100 likes? I've been streaming for 1 hour. Can we break 100 likes? So I've now got to let this. I've got to let this dry. I can't just dive in. Hello, Lewis. How is your new year going so far? I've missed the past few lives. It's going pretty well. This project, this series, the new Me Time Mondays, is fantastic. I love it. It nearly didn't happen today, and that would have made me sad. Like about 2 to 1. So 2 parts Bugman's, 1 part Doombull. I need to test it. Do I have Doombull Brown? No, I don't have Doombull Brown. Bugger. What does Doombull Brown look like? Doombull Brown. Okay, so it's like a brownie brown, like a reddy brown. Do you know what? The closest one I can think of, it looks like if you mix the two together, you're getting somewhere in the region of Blood Reaver flesh. Does it by any chance look roughly that colour? Hang on. That colour. That one, or if it's brighter, Night Quester. A bit lighter than this one. Hello, Reza. So this one is Night Quester flesh. Another alternative for this, if you want one that's slightly darker, is Gorthor brown, but it's much much brownier. See what I mean? There's a little bit more red in this one, in Night Quester flesh. Make no paint pot starts. Yeah, but Night Quester flesh might actually be the one that you want. A heart back at you, Beard Hammer Gaming. Josh, I'm working on some Deathwatch. Figured out a nice black recipe after watching all of your black armor video and Deathwatch videos. Anyway, lead belcher, then pro-acryl transparent black on top. Oh, nice. I've not tried the pro-acryl ones. Are they good? Right. Do we reckon Agrax Earthshade for this, or Targor Raid Shade? I wonder if I can zoom in a little bit closer so you guys can see it. How's that? It's not quite focused, but I think we should try. Agrax is the dirtier of the two. Let's just go with Agrax. Agrax will work really nicely with the Castellax Bronze as well. Gives them a slightly grubbier feel, doesn't it? And if I get some of this on the bone, it's not the end of the world. This makes sense to me. Oh, and what I can also do with the Agraxo shade is use it to shade the red. See, now we're cooking with gas. Here we go. Do you ever use the gloss versions? Not for a while, because they're not in production anymore. So, like, I feel a bit bad using an out of production paint. Little May Rose. Hi Josh, long time watcher and lover of your videos and style. I'm actually painting some Raven Guard right now with your black armor recipe, Black Legion plus Drakenhof Nightshade. Oh, that's awesome. Love to hear it. Feesgar Math? What do you mean, Chris? Rattling Grime and Lamia medium 50-50. Yeah, it is a good mix. I don't want to put any mixing into this though, because I don't want to have to like mix stuff. I mean, that sounds like a really stupid sentence, but if I'm going to do like 40 of these, I don't want to have to do a mix to get the shade. Because this is part of the consideration that I do when I make my videos. Big Bad Peter Gaming has gifted a membership to Go For It Painting. Thank you very much, Big Bad Peter Gaming. That's very kind of you. See, I think he looks sufficiently grim and horrible, doesn't he? So, the thing I need to do next is grab some delicious well, good evening to you too, Chris, and I'm sorry I got the pronunciation wrong. Damn you. Right, here we go. Some delicious Cabalite green. So for those of you who haven't watched my Belial video, this is how I painted his cape, basically. The Dark Angel's green was a little thinner. I didn't put it on as thickly as that. But what we did do then was we highlighted it using Cabalite green. Which is just an objectively lovely colour. I think it's perfect for these because it just adds that little kind of a little element of spoop. See what I mean? There we go. Your Cyber video makes me want to get that model next. Awesome. But then Kaz has dropped a $50. Love your videos, taught me a ton, and I am much better for it. Hope to see more MESBG on the channel. Also, any shot you'd be willing to make an armor compilation video showing how to paint all different colors in one video. What do you mean? And also, I mean, if that's what you mean, if that's what you want, we can absolutely make that. That puts us in pounds terms. I need to put a... Where's my pound sign? That puts us on £189. That's incredibly kind of you guys. Thank you. Do you mean like red armor, blue armor, green armor, yellow armor, purple armor, that kind of thing? Or like all different kinds of silvers and metallics, that type of thing? Word, eye is back and cleaner than ever. You got to be clean. You don't have to be clean to be here. I rarely am. Look at my hand. I could do with a clean. I realise I'm basically painting Dark Angel's Death Rattle, which is quite funny. What we need next is we need some Cyberite green. Alright, so do something like black and then white and then whatever else. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can certainly look at doing something like that. Thank you so much for the $50, Kaz. That is incredibly kind of you. I really appreciate that. We can certainly look at doing like a coloured compilation. I did start to do some like shorts and things, and I will continue that. Rotate. He's cleaning. He's wine. This is Cyberite green for those of you following along at home. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to add this to like the sharpest points. He's painting, he's dry brushing. He's highlighting. Just need a little tiny little bit more. Bosh. There we go. What do you think of that green? Big Bad Peter Gaming with the 2. Bombardment! 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 Oh, thank you very much, Big Bad Peter Gaming. You've taken us over the 191 mark. We're over. We're already over a 10th of the way there to the new camera. That's incredible. You guys are amazing. Heckling Martian Iron Crust. It keeps flaking like dust when it's dry, which I guess is a smidge of the point, but still. The best thing to do with it is actually if you just pop some like with like those flaky ones with the crackle paints, is the best thing to do is to just seal them with some either medium or some sealant. What I do is I usually put just Lamium medium over the top, and it just anchors it right down. You do it for whenever I use what's it called, Modern Earth, because that's a crackly one. I'm going to go for a bit, play some Halo and lay down. Wife's boss had COVID and came to the office, and now we're all sick. Ugh, yuck. I'm sorry, man. I sympathise greatly. I actually have to run to work myself. I have to help people get better too. Yay, hospital jobs. Hospital jobs indeed. Good luck. You're doing the best work out there. I salute you. Yeah, once it's dry, give it a sealant with literally just pop some medium over the top of it, and it should make it, just makes that bond a little bit stronger. I actually need to just grab a little bit of Dark Angel's Green. And just underneath that. There we go. Could probably also do with just smashing a little bit of extra, or thin down some PVA with water. Yeah, that also works. Just right in the neck joint, just missed it a little bit. Right, there we go. This is our skeleton so far. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a little bit of Gore-grunter fur. And then around here I'm going to add some of that Gore-grunter fur, like that. I'm going to wash the brush, touch off that water on my lips because I'm gross. And then I'm going to blend it out. Like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing just here on the sword blade as well. Wash the brush, touch off the water, blendy blendy, a little bit more Gore-grunter fur, do this on the back. Wash the brush. Give it the old college blend. little bit more Gorgonite fur, and then just on this shoulder. Add a little bit more like that, and on the knee as well. There we go. And then what do you reckon? Do we reckon? Let me look at the picture. Yeah. I think what we do is we take my cheeky little stippler brush and we use Iron Hand Steel. So this is my stippler brush. It's a medium shade brush. It's a medium shade brush that I've snipped off at the bristles down here. So we take a little bit of the Iron Hand Steel and do that into some tissue paper until it looks like that. And then over the top of the chest plate and the helmet and the knee and the feet, and a little bit over the shield as well. Grab a little bit more. Do all this good stuff. And then just down the sword blade. Just adds a little bit of a shine, and then we take some Iron Breaker. And we use this to highlight. and that sort of thing. Oh, wait. Just like that. We haven't even got one done yet. We've nearly got this one done. I'm then going to use Canoptech Alloy. I had visions of being able to do 20 of them today, but that's just not going to happen, is it? Here we go. Canoptic alloy is the next paint. I did what I always do and really enjoy myself. And end up going, nope, I can't possibly paint these. Just to a Warhipster battle ready. They must be. They must be painstakingly highlighted. There we go. There is a video. If you look in the Cursed City playlist, it's different to this. It's a different scheme, but it's from the it's the Elfenkhan scheme. It's the Elfenwatch scheme. If you check that video out, it's slightly different, but what do you think of that? You know what it could do with? Hello, Peter Peterson. You could do with just a touch of Nailac Oxide. How's that? Right, I'm going to try something here. What do you think? Hello, you male Angmar. I'm pretty pleased with that. Sure, I'm gonna paint with a brush in my mouth. I'm very pleased with that. Yeah, it just won't focus. See, that's the problem. Bring that down. He's quite diddy. How long did one take? That took an hour and 20 minutes. Yeah. Hour and 20 minutes to do that. Because we started at 5:30. 5:30? No, it didn't take an hour and 20 minutes. It took an hour. Yeah, no. Hour and a half, basically. Because with all the talking and stuff. When's the deadline for next Tales, by the way? Technically, Wednesday. Yeah, no, I probably can't get 10 done tonight. But I've figured out the scheme now. That's the important thing. And I have a video. Well, I have a stream that is a visual record of what we did. God, they do look great, don't they? Philip, thank you very much for becoming a member. That's very kind of you. That puts us on 789. I'm pretty pleased with myself. Those sculpts look so much better than the Tomb King's 90 skeletons. Yeah. Yeah, they do. I could probably get them done pretty quickly, you know. Just using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 paints. It's not bad. There will be a new MESBG add-on. Yeah, no, they said. Have they dropped another thing about it? Oh, there's an article of how Heavy Metal paid tribute to the Mad King. Should we see how Heavy Metal team painted Usharan? So there's a new article. There's a new article here. How Heavy Metal paid tribute to the Mad King. So for the skin, 1 to 2 Sons of Forest Green and Dawnstone. Okay. Shade with Dark Reaper, Corvus Black. I mean, they could have made this a lot simpler with some contrast paints. I think when they say shade, what they mean is they thin it right down till it's a shade consistency with loads of water, right? Then they put that all over. Then when they say deep shade, they mean recessed shade. So, for example, here, what they're saying is you base coat it all with Sons of Horus Green, a 2-to-1 mix of Dawnstone and Sons of Horus Green. So you get that all over. Then you shade it with a really thinned down Dark Reaper, so it's like, you know, probably looking at 9-10 parts water, and putting it all over that. And then you use some thinned down Corvus Black, once again really thinned down, loads and loads of water, and you use that in the darkest points of the arm, just in here, and in here there, for example, and like under the knee, for example, all that kind of thing. Then you do a highlight, which is where it gets a little bit unclear. Because it's like, well, that looks like it's been relayered, but it hasn't. So it must be really thin. They must be using some super medium. They probably use Lahmian medium, or if they use their own products, they probably use lots and lots of Lahmian medium to thin it down rather than water. Same thing for like the brass shoulders and stuff. I don't think they paint it in its kind of normal base coat fashion. Yeah, interesting. Interesting. I want to paint my Stormcast in the style of the Elves of Middle-earth on GW's site, using a greenish gold for their armour. Do you have any advice on how to achieve this? Yeah, sort of. So, there's a couple of things you could do. You could either use a green shade, something like probably a Thonian camo shade because you want it to be dark over the top of it, and then relayer it with Retributor armor. Alternatively, you could get something like Griff Charger Grey. Griff Charger Grey would work over gold, over Retributor armor. Or in fact, do you know what? No, I don't know. Yeah, so you could use a Thonian camo shade, you could use Griff Charger Grey, or you could really thin down some Black Templar. What were or will be your colour choices for Usher and Josh? Oh, I don't know. I'd probably use something along the lines of for the hands, I'd probably use something like Poxwalker over the top of white. So I'd spray it with white sky. I'd probably use Poxwalker over the hands. And then for the rest of the body, I would probably use some form of Griff Charger Grey and some like thinned down Nighthaunt Gloom, and then I might even go as far as to use something like some Drakenhof Nightshade in the recesses, and then highlight it all with something like Deepkin Flesh. For all of the hair, I would probably use Rattling Grime. So you see, like around here, just use Rattling Grime, and then over this, use a warmer brown, like Cygor Brown or something like that. You know, for the red, I would probably follow what I did for Ionis Cryptborn's dragon. Would mixing green into gold paint work? No, not really, because then you'd be sat with green. What you can do is hang on. So I've actually got an Elrond in progress here. So that's already up to Retributor armor, you see. So if you use if you use a Thonian camo shade, for example, over the top of the green, over the top of the gold, it looks like this. Oh, I hate this. So it looks like that. It's not particularly strong. However, if we wash our brush and then just come in here and mop some of that off. Like that. Griff Charger Grey. Looks like that. Again, if I wash my brush and then just absorb that and remove it, if you take Black Templar, right? And you also take, where are you? Lamian Medium. That was straight out of the pot, yep. So if you take these two colours, hang on, there's an ad break incoming. You take these two colours, so Black Templar, so you take one brush load of Black Templar, like that. And I'm going to pop that down on my palette over here. And then I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of Lamian Medium. What you'll see here is it has that effect that it has on the website. See what I mean? No towel. That's the colour you want. Trust me. Because when you put green over yellow, you don't really get a greeny yellow, because that's basically what gold is. When you thin down this, when you thin down Black Templar, you get a really deep sort of bluish grey. When you're applying that over the top, when it merges with the yellow, it gives you an almost greenish finish. But that's the colour you want. Nuln Oil isn't strong enough for it, but thin down Black Templar, that's the one. The blue I can't remember. I'd have to go and look back at the footage. I need to finish him. I'd like to do that this week. Because I've also been painting this one on the horse. That's the one I've been filming. And also this guy. I remember first painting him back in 2000s, and it was in a Warhammer shop. The guy working there said, the day you master paint is when you go straight from pot to mouth. How thin down was it? 6. 6 parts Lamia medium to 1 part Black Templar. Six to 1. Hello, Viscount Tudon. Get back down there. In fact, I can just unhook this. What green is that on his robes? Again, I can't remember. I need to finish the video. It's on the footage. The footage is on a hard drive, and I don't remember which one. Yeah, so I just shaded the Elrond's armor with 6 parts Lamia medium to 1 part Black Templar. I'm pretty certain his green on his... No, it's like a military green. I can't remember. I can't remember what I did. It's been a while. I need to finish the video. Well, I need to go and find the footage, but I can't remember which hard drive it's on. But there you go. Guys. Now, would a smart way of... Yeah, contrast medium would be absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Would a smart way of hiding bad skin paint jobs be thinning down Basilicanum Grey as dirt? Yeah, that would work. That would absolutely work. Although Basilicanum Grey does tend to look a little bit more like stubble. You could either, if you wanted like browny dirt, you could use Wildwood. Wildwood works really well as like a dirty cover up. It's a weird sentence. Random question. If restringing guitars, should I just pick anything from Amazon that has loads of reviews? Entry-level guitars, acoustic Tanglewood, and electric Yamaha Pacifica. I will tell you exactly what strings I like. Now the problem you have with restringing guitars is what it's set up for. How old are the guitars? And where did you buy them? This is something I actually do know about. Um, There was someone that passed away. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. That's awful. Sorry. So what you'll find when you restring a guitar is so this is GAC. This is Guitar Amp Keyboard. It's one of the shops I really like. What you'll see, for example, is if we look at, say, this one here on the right hand side, Deodario ECG 25 XL Chromes flat wound light 12 to 52. That number means the thickness of the strings. It's called the string gauge. 12 means that they're really thick, which means there's not lots of bend in them. So if your guitar is not set up to take 12 string gauge 12 strings, you'll end up bowing the neck. So the thing to look for is to something that's a little bit kind of lighter. Not 9s, because that's really light. I would recommend looking for string gauge 10. These are out of stock. Deodario strings are really, I love them. I get the extra lights. Is it this one? Yeah, those right there. So the Deodario extra light 10 to 47. You don't have to get a 3-pack. That's acoustic strings right there. If it's an acoustic guitar that has a neck that looks like, this is the thing to bear in mind, right? Just any old right. If it has a headstock that looks like that, then that's nylon strings. So you don't want steel, you don't want metal strings. You want nylon strings for that, because and you restring those in a slightly different way. If it has a headstock that looks just, oh god. That looks like that. So it's basically a case of, are the pins going across the headstock like this, or do they jut out? That one is that one you can use. Those strings are just recommended. Same thing for electric guitars. So, I mean, Ernie Ball are good. They are good. Where's the pink ones? God, they've changed their packaging. Mega Slinky. 10.5. But yeah. Those would also work for your electric guitar. 10.5. Will you someday paint Conrad Kurz? Fun fact, replace the C to the K and you get the German name Kurz, which means short person. I didn't know that. That's cool. But yeah, something like that. Just don't get too thick. If you get like string gauge 12, they'll be like, it'll look like you're trying to shift cable all over it. Whereas 10s you'll generally be fine. I like Ernie Ball strings. I love Deodario. I think it's these. Yeah. It's those that I use for my electric, I believe. Yeah, there you go. There's Usheran again. But yeah. Anyway, I have to run, guys, because Me Time Monday is over. Massive thank you to you guys for hanging out with me again on this Monday stream. I just need to say, Cameron, thank you once again so much for the £123. That was incredibly generous of you to kick off the camera fund. Mini Painting Dad as well for the 20 euros. Mark Watson for the 10. Lewis and Mini Painting Dad and Big Bad Peter Gaming for the memberships and upgraded memberships, and Philip for becoming a member, and Kaz as well. Thank you very much for the $50, as well as Big Bad Peter Gaming for the 2. That's very, very kind of you. I've been following your video on Lord Invocatus. It's coming up great. Your video has been a massive help. I'm just crap at highlighting. Any advice? Yeah, make sure your paint is thinned down as you would anyone normally, and try and angle the model, not your brush hand, to get the edge highlights. So move the model around so that you can do a comfortable stroke. When you move that brush just past an edge to highlight it, don't try and highlight like, you know, it's much easier to highlight in a downstroke. So if this is my model, it's much easier to highlight like this type of thing. So move the model like this, rather than holding it like that and doing this edge nice and comfortably, and then this one you have to do that for. That's not going to work. Do it like this. Move the model so that your brush hand stays nice and comfortable as you move your way around, because otherwise, as mentioned, you'll highlight this way, then this one you have to do that for, then this one you have to move that across like that, and then this one underneath you have to do like this. Best advice I can give you for edge highlighting. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. You guys have been incredible. I love you all. You're the best audience ever. We'll be back on Wednesday with another live stream. We'll have a video on Thursday. Not sure what it'll be yet. And of course, we have a video on Saturday. I'm not going to tell you what that one is, but you all seem to have a guess anyway. Anyway, see you all very, very soon in the next one. Love ya. Bye. PS, like the stream. PS, comment on the stream afterwards. All that good stuff. Love you. Bye.